can tell you ain't read it, and you're full of complaints. And I can think of 10
This next one is real interesting, and it's talked about being watchful. So the first one we talked about having a daily vows. The first one we talked about is reading your word. Second is performing your daily vows. The third one we talked about was prayer. The fourth one we're going to talk about is watchfulness. Watchfulness. And let me read this scripture to you. And it comes out of Proverbs 8, verse 34. And it says, "Blessed is the man that hears me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my door." Let me read that again. Blessed is the man that heareth me. Okay? Then he says, that watching daily at my gates, we're talking about the Lord gates, not your gates, and waiting at the post of my doors. And so I had a dream a long time ago about being a watchman on the wall. And I try to do that as one of my daily vows. And you can find out that these principles I'm giving you, you could intertwine together as you perform them in your life. And so one of the things I do as a watchman is I do a couple of things. First, in the natural, I just watch the natural. I watch the weather, I watch the people, I watch the news, I watch people around me, I watch over my family. So there's a natural thing that you do as being a watchman at a gate. It's like a pastor or a shepherd, really. As a shepherd watch over his flock at night, you begin to watch. You take a step back from the action, especially if you're a social bug like me, that you might get into a room full of people. It's always good to step back and observe. I teach men how to work. I teach men how to work with their hands. And so a lot of times after I give them instruction, then I pull back. Sometimes I'm in the midst, show them how to hold a tool or how to perform a certain task. But then there's times that I just pull back and I just watch them perform, how they get along with each other, how they treat my tools, did they listen to my instructions. And so there's a natural physical thing with watchfulness. You watch. Those are some of the things that you see that a lot of people, and this is true, a lot of people that get mugged, a lot of people that get robbed are the ones, they don't watch the area around them. They watch their feet. They keep the eyes down like this, and they don't have do an overview of the surroundings. They don't look around them, and so somebody's easily, and the robbers are watching for people who live like that with their heads down, tucked, in the sand, and they can approach them because they're not watching out for me. So there's a natural thing you got to do with the watching. But then God says, blessed is the man. This man is blessed who watcheth at my gates, who stand at the post of my door. So there's another blessing that God gives you as you begin to watch over the things of God, as you begin to watch over the spiritual climate in your home, as you begin to watch over the spiritual climate in your church, and you begin to watch over the spiritual climate of your own personal house, which is the teaching, the house to house to house. Your own personal house, your own personal relationship to the Lord, you should be watching over. Then it's your immediate house, your immediate family, your wife, your children, your brothers and sisters, depending on your age, that you watch over them spiritually. And then there's the house of God that you're watching over, not only your local church, but the universal church of God. What's going on in the church in Korea, what's going on in the church in Istanbul, what's going on in the church in Egypt, what's going on in the church in England, Spain, what's going on in the church in Kentucky, Tennessee. You see what I'm saying? And so there's a watchfulness that you have to do as a child of God. And then God would have you hone in on a specific location that be like your duty to watch over and to pray over. How are the folks doing in North Carolina? How are the folks doing in Kentucky? Are they experiencing a spiritual breakthrough? Is the spiritual heaviness coming over that territory? Do you need to intercede for them so they might enjoy all the benefits of salvation? They might enjoy everything they need in God. See, that's watching for the Lord. You're watching at his gates. You become part of the porter ministry, that you are instrumental in ushering waves of glory. You are instrumental in being part of what God is doing in geographical areas. And so these are a couple things about being a watchman at the gate. And then going back up to, the other one is prayer. Now you take what you watch and then you convert it to prayer, and you begin to release faith. You begin to speak with boldness. You begin to intercede, stand in the gap between man and God. and then you see a marvelous breakthrough in your life. And you find out this thing called Christianity works. It works on every level: spirit, soul, and body.